I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team, and welcome to the channel. We are here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 8, Episode 13. Okay, what's up, what's up, what's up? Come on in, come on in. What's up, Miss Clone? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good. We both have a little bit of a raspy voice, so I apologize to you guys if we don't sound ourselves. But come on in, and if you can hear the sound of our voice, please make sure you put your city and your state in the chat so I can give you a shout out real quick. Come on in. What's up, everyone? How are you?
What's up, guys? Yep. Hey, Pisces wife.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, come on in. Hey, April. Okay. Looks like this. You sound like you are not doing well at all.
This is going to be as good as it gets. Let me just tell you.
Okay. Well, I hope that y'all don't tune out because we sound horrible. Come on in. What's up, Boston? What's up, Florida? What is up, Maryland? It says Cantonville. What's up? What's up, Virginia, Kansas, Seattle, Chicago, Oxon Hill? What's up? Okay. Everybody is in the house. Good, good, good. So, y'all, we're going to talk about episode 13. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I kept hearing some background noises. I'm not sure what was going on. Anyway, let's get into it. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So I am not on camera today. Hopefully y'all are okay with this, but we're going to get it started. Okay. The scene opens up with Melody, and she is doing her what is this, property preservation class?
Mm-hmm.
And she is talking to Sunny. She's actually doing a property preservation class. She has people there. And then she said, you know what? I should have called Sunny, okay? I should have called Sunny, and she should have been here since we're doing property preservation. She ends up calling Sunny, and they talked a little bit about, I'm going to have you mic up, girl.
Okay.
Okay. So she talked a little bit about investment properties. And then Sunny let her know that she was considering moving to Huntsville, Alabama, to which Melody did seem just a little bit shocked. Okay. She looked a little shocked, a little surprised. They talked a little bit more about it. And basically Sunny said, listen, I've lived in Huntsville for a year. She said that her and her husband have been looking for more investment properties because that's what they do. And they decided that they were going to get in business together in Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, to be exact. Now, when they went to confessional, okay, sorry about that. When she went to confessional, she actually said that she hoped that Sunny wasn't being messy or petty by moving to Huntsville. Okay, can you hear me now? She actually said that she hoped that Sunny was not being petty by moving to Huntsville in her confessional. And I thought that was interesting because I said that I didn't think that Melody and Sunny knew each other that well, that they are still in the building phase of a relationship, but they are becoming alliances, okay? So I said that in the other video. A lot of people got upset, but the truth of the matter is, if I'm not mistaken, Sunny said that she does not build friends that quick. And I know Mel said the same thing. So I think they are just coming together because they have some things in common. Would you agree, Clone?
I would agree. What do you think the things are that are in common? Are you just talking about the fact that they're both doing the home stuff?
Well, no, I'm talking about people need alliances on reality TV. So I'm saying that they are coming together because right now, especially after what we saw at the dinner party, right now, Melody is in a place of questioning everybody else that is on the show. Everybody
Oh,
she's not
I
necessarily
see.
friends with, but she's questioning their actions. And Sunny is on the outside of that friendship group too. So she needs a partner. You
She
know,
definitely, yeah, she definitely needs a partner. Yes, I would agree with that. I would say that she definitely needs a partner, and well, I'll save my other comment that I'm going to make until last.
okay, so Melody needs a partner. So she said at the end of the day, she gonna call Sunny. She was gonna invite her to this trip that she has coming up, and she wanted to see if she was going to Kimmy's event. Kimmy was holding some sort of dinner party. So that was pretty much how it ended. But listen, I know a lot of people are like, questioning alliance. Alliance is a good thing. It just means that you have someone who's going to be in your corner. And it's really what we've been asking for since the beginning of the show. That Melody needs an alliance. You're still tweaking for some reason. That Melody needs an alliance. So that basically went down. Then we get the next scene, which is Chris and Nell Fletcher. These two are hilarious. So Nell Fletcher is sitting on the couch with her boyfriend, Chris, okay? And they start talking about family counseling with Dr. Francis. She said that she did not feel like she had the opportunity. Hold on one second. She said she didn't feel like she had the opportunity to get out her grievances against the family, against the children. She said everybody had things to say about me. I ended up, trying to make peace with everybody. I apologized to everybody, but I'm still in the same predicament. Nobody listened to what I had to say. Um, and so she seemed like she was pissed off about it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little confused by that though. What is her grievance? Is her grievance that the kids keep coming to her for everything?
Her
The
grievance
kids keep
was
coming to her for money.
her grievance is that nobody listens to her. Everybody takes all of their problems to Chris. She gets held with all the bad stuff and he gets held with the good stuff. So, and then she ends up working out everybody's problems. So she felt like she wasn't heard at the end of the day. And he felt, and the kids all got a chance to say what they thought or felt about her.
Right. They said that she was the problem. I thought
So
that's what Dr. Francis came to the conclusion of.
he basically said, the parents lead this family. So if you want the kids to do what you're saying, then you're going to have to, enforce the rules at the end of the day. He said that
Yeah,
you
I
go.
felt like she just didn't. I felt like she slept through that thing because the fact that she made that statement was a little comical to me, and I was cracking up because Chris seemed taken aback by it.
Well, Chris knows what he has on his hands. At the end of the day, he said that we're the problem, and if we want them to, do what we're asking them to do, we're going to have to change how we respond to what they're
Chris
giving
said,
us.
"You're the problem." He added the "we," and he should have, but he was really thinking, "You're the problem now."
Well, as long as he keeps her liquored up, I don't see what the problem actually is. He's doing his part.
Get out of here.
That's what I got from it. Anyway,
Okay.
it was a short scene. She just basically said, I don't, that she didn't feel like anything came from the meeting. And she also said, it sounds like she doesn't want to go back. Okay. Let's see. I think that Mel worked with Sunny and doesn't have a problem with her and really doesn't care about her shit. So it makes it easy for Mel to film with Sunny and have an alliance. Cool with me, Diana. Well, here's the thing. I'm just saying that the friendship thing, because we want to throw Mel in some sort of friendship. Mel says she doesn't have any friends on the show. I think we should respect it because that is the conversation that is had in every group. It's I don't know. At this point, I think we all know where she stands. And Sunny has definitely said it. She said it about Destiny. Like, listen, I was working with that girl. That's how I work to get to know people on the show. So at this point, we should assume that they are both on equal playing fields when it comes to coming together and, carrying forth whatever is going to happen. But we're going to get into it a little more. But alliance is not a bad thing. It just means that you got somebody in your corner with a common agenda, and that is
Right.
to get through these scenes, period. So
Mhm. All reality TV shows, yeah. Everybody on a reality TV show should have an alliance.
we got to remember, out of everybody that's ever walked onto this show, Sunny did not come on as a friend of anybody. Okay. She came on exactly as we seen her in social media, as someone who married a man that Destiny was with at one point in time. That's it. But nobody was willing to take her on as a friend of, because they were all afraid of how the audience was going to react. So they stood back.
Mm-hmm.
And Melody has not actually said the kindest things. And even in that first scene, she said, listen, I hope she ain't moving here to be petty. Like, this is still something they're filling out.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
I
agree.
respect it. I respect it. It's just showing honest, this is how we're going to build if we're going to build anything. So everybody is saying to Sunny in her scenes, I'm still Team Destiny. Is that what Martell said? I'm still Team Destiny no matter what, if anything goes down. I think Tisha and Kimmy had a similar conversation, like, this is what we think about you, but we can be cordial, that type of thing. But nobody is saying you and I are buddies. We're not friends yet. This is the closest that they have come with Melody inviting her to this girls trip. So I actually like it, because at the end of the day, that's real life. That's real life. Girl, you gonna come to me with this party or whatever we got to do? If it's at work, you gonna be there until what time? Because that's what time I'm leaving too.
Right. Exactly.
I'm not gonna stay here with this mess. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That makes total sense to me.
makes total sense. Makes total sense. Let's see. How do Chris and Nell have doctoral degrees in counseling allegedly and can't see what Dr. Francis was saying to Nell? Well, they say doctors are the worst patients, child. And I know it's a PhD, not an MD, but all the same, they're horrible. They're horrible. Okay.
You're the worst.
Sometimes the people that think they have all the right answers, they don't always know how to handle themselves.
Oh,
So let's get to it. Let's get to the dinner scene.
okay. Oh.
Okay. So
I'm gonna mute.
you gonna mute. This is the bulk of the show, really. This is where all the magic happens, child. Listen, this show opened interesting to me. Kimmy and Maurice, I guess they're about to start a restaurant or open some sort of restaurant, and they are testing out chefs or cooks. So they bring the group to to do a testing, a taste testing, which was nice actually. And so Kimmy and Maurice are there first, and then Mel comes in next. Now I have to say, yes, look at Stormy's face. We're gonna get into it, child. Pay
Stormy's
attention
face.
to everybody.
Stormy's face gave it away. Mhm.
Look at the face. Look at that face. Nell Fletcher had the best face. Her face is definitely giving lion ass hussy. That was when I saw it. I was like, I know I didn't seen that look before. Okay,
Right.
not to me, baby. Okay, let's
I
clarify.
loved it. Right.
But the faces were everything. But we're going to start with them just coming in. So Mel comes in first, and they do, their little, hey, how's it going? Little side hug. I thought that the energy was a little off when Mel walked into the event, like the space. I thought that everybody was just being, just mainstream cordial. There wasn't any I don't know. I just didn't think it was as warm as it could have been.
I thought, and I'm going to be the opposite of what you just said. I thought that Maurice was a bit captivated by Mel's outfit, and he was trying not to look at her body.
Oh, okay. I didn't
That's what
see.
I thought it was. I thought she took him off guard because she had that little bikini top on with the sheer top over top of it, and it was open and it was just showing like her midriff. I
Mhm.
really thought he felt uncomfortable, and I thought Kimmy was kind of looking at her too, like, girl.
Okay. Okay, that could be true. The reason why I said the other is because I've really been trying to see how everyone interacts with all of these lawsuits and things going on. My
Mm-hmm.
brain is like, how are you guys all working together? And I'm looking for like a genuine interaction. So my first thought when Mel walks in the door is Mel wanted to come in first. And I understand why. She wants to come in first. She wants to witness everybody else instead of them, seeing her. And then also, I think because there may be some friction there, you just kind of want to test the waters a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That was
You
what
also want to see who all gonna be there so you can make your exit plan.
right. Maybe you got to leave early, child. We don't know. But they are cordial, right? They are cordial. And they give their little hugs. And Mel, who doesn't drink, says, "Oh, can I have one of those?" And that was another thing that I was like, "Oh, she's trying to, just very quickly let's make the mood a certain way," because she's told us all the time. Now that doesn't mean she doesn't drink um casually,
Or
but for her to
socially,
ask
right?
for it so quickly I thought was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, this is my opinion. As y'all all know, this is a
Yeah.
review. It doesn't mean that it's true. It just means that that's what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Finesse agrees with you, child. She was like, yep, it was the breastises.
It
Okay.
was the breath assist, and I saw Kimmy's eyes when she was drinking that drink. She tipped that drink up, and her eyes went right down to Mel's chest, like, whoa. Now
Really?
Mel looked fantastic, and Mel knew she looked fantastic, but they also knew she looked fantastic, and I think it made Maurice uncomfortable because he wanted to look, but he couldn't.
Maurice will look at anything, child.
Mm.
One leg and a kickstand. Okay, that's what I think. I don't think that he has ever kind of hid anything from Kimmy on that degree. I mean, he sat right beside her when everybody was saying that looking at butts was cheating, and he said, "Well, I guess I'm cheating," and that was when she was, in the throes of sickness. So I don't know if that matters for him. But I will say this, um, everybody starts coming in and they're all greeting each other. They're all hugging each other. That was all good signs to me when I saw everybody like, being warm and friendly. And everyone is there except for Martell, Destiny, and Moses and Sunny. Kimmy makes a point of saying that she did invite Moses and Sunny and Destiny. They did not mention Martell's name at all. So I wanted to just put that out there.
They actually said that they didn't invite him.
Oh, they
They
did say
specific
that?
they specifically said everybody was invited except Martell.
Oh, I didn't even hear that part. Okay,
It was like a part of their confessional.
thank you. I'm glad you shared that. Okay, I know that Martell was not there, but they actually make the point of saying it. So good, good. Okay, so that happened. Anyway, now everybody's there. They seem to just be having light conversation, and that's when Mel hit him with the whammy. Okay, she hit the Scott 1.0 with the whammy. She kind of just interrupted everything and said, wait a minute. I had some students in town the other day and they went over to Black and it was closed at 9 o'clock on a Saturday. What y'all got
Hmm.
going on?" And when
Yeah.
I tell you the way the camera tried to show everyone's face, it made it seem like time stood still. Everybody just looked like, why would you do that? Like,
Well, I'll tell you why she did it. I'll tell you why she did it because Tisha made a comment. Tisha made a comment to Mel right before she said it. She jabbed Mel when she came in. I think Maurice said something to Tisha like, "Are we going to act right today?" or something like that. And she was like, "What do you mean we're going to act right?" And then she was like, "Oh, I think we're going to be just fine, aren't we, Mel?
she said,
Ain't that right, Kimmy?"
we're all going to talk. We're all going to communicate. Me and Mel going to communicate. Me and Kimmy going to communicate.
Hmm.
She did. So
And when she
I don't know
said
if
it,
it was a
Mel's
jab,
face,
was it?
it was, but she said it, Mel's face was like, oh, like she lifted her eyebrows, like, oh, we gonna go there? Oh, well, I got one for you. And
Well,
then she hit her with the why is black closed?
let me say this. I know that at the beginning of sixth season, was it? Whatever season that was supposed to be, 6 or 7, Mel and Mel had made a pact with everybody, right? They're all coming off of saying we ain't never filming with each other again. We ain't talking to each other again. They had a sit down meeting where it was like, listen, let's get this shit together. Mel comes into the scene and she's like, we're gonna, take baby steps. And she says this to Tisha. We're gonna take baby steps to get where we need to be. But if y'all throw shade at me, I'm throwing shade at you. Tisha says the same thing. If y'all throw shade at me or my marriage, I'm throwing it right back. Then Mel has an individual meeting with Marsau where she says the same thing. Marsau, I know you think you're being funny, but don't get mad at me when I come back for your ass. And I don't care if it's on the show or if it's on TV. Okay,
Right.
your mic is doing its own thing.
Oh,
Gosh.
all right, hang on. Let me just mute.
Anyway, she ends up saying to them, and everybody's face freezes because you can tell it's the world's best secret. Okay, everybody is frozen, and then Tisha is pissed. So now she says something snide like, do your students want to know, or do the millimeters want to know? And Mel said, what's the difference? What's the difference? Was it closed or not? Okay, that's what I'm asking. What the hell are y'all doing closed?
The question still stands.
On a Saturday night at 9 p.m. when y'all know that everybody knows y'all be jumping on a Saturday, on a Friday, on a Sunday too. What's going on? And said Marsau, that's when Marsau gives his the same answer he gave when him and Tisha were talking. Oh, we had a use tax and we didn't pay the use tax and it'll be back open in a week. And Mel's like, Tisha says something like, yeah, use tax, better known as a black tax. And then everybody just they let their lie be their lie. I'm going to say that. Nobody added to it like, oh, y'all got the use tax too? Or that happened to my friend. Nobody said that.
No.
Nobody said that.
No, they sure didn't.
They let him waddle in it. In confessional, Mel said, listen, I've had a lot of businesses as an entrepreneur. I've never had the problems that Tisha and Marsau have with that damn bar. Okay. Now I told y'all in a previous interview or previous review that the use tax to a restaurant bar was not paying for people who sit inside your restaurant and patronize it.
For beverages, right?
For beverages. So if he's selling alcohol and stuff, then that could have gotten him in trouble. He's not telling the whole truth of that because he gave us two stories. Number one, the use tax, and then number two, he said that people in the community leaders shut him down. Correct?
That's what he said.
All right. So anyway, let me see. I was with Mel on that furniture crap. Yeah. So everybody was licking like Marsau, you're not telling the truth. But even his friends, even Scott 2.0 was like, you're on your own, buddy. We're not. There's no way for us to add to this story.
No. And y'all jumping in on that lie. You're just waiting for the ground to open up.
Yeah, and y'all know that Scott 2.0 love to come in and save the day when they want to, help Tisha and Marsau stay in their space, but they didn't this time. And I thought that was interesting. All right. Sorry about that. I had to drink some tea. Okay. Now let's get to the other part. They all go in for dinner, child. Now this is when things get heated up.
Can I say about this dinner? Why were they all so damn close? They were so close they couldn't even eat. They couldn't even lift their arms to eat.
I guess it was a little tight space. That
was very claustrophobic for me to watch. But go on. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
So they're all sitting at the table, and even Jalen, Kimmy's son, is there. There's another woman there too, but they don't show her face. I don't know who that person was, but they're all sitting there. Someone said they were sitting on lawn chairs, but they were dressed. They were dressed well, looked pretty. Everybody's skin was glowing. Okay.
Everybody looked nice.
Yep. But they start talking about what happened to Destiny. Why isn't Destiny here, right? And that's when all the shit hits the fan. They started talking to Trish and saying, hey, Trish, I heard you train Destiny. What's up? Trisha's in here telling her stories. Oh, yeah, I heard about her and Moses and stuff like that. And that caused everybody to chime in with their Sonny, Moses, and Destiny story.
Right.
Everybody was talking about it except for Melody.
Mm-hmm.
Melody was the only person who stayed mute. And she didn't just stay mute, she almost looked uncomfortable to me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But that's typical Melody, though, right?
No, not at all.
I think when Melody forms alliances with people, because we saw it with Kiki when what's the name of that girl that isn't on the show anymore that had the baby? Tiffany. Remember when Tiffany came to her and was talking bad about Kiki, and Melody just listened to her, and then she started giggling and she said, "Girl, I can't with you today."
And
I think
she also said, she is innocent until proven guilty. So no,
she was innocent.
she doesn't do that on a normal basis.
Okay.
She was in particular, she did not say a word. This conversation appeared to have gone on our TV screens for at least 7 to 10 minutes. Mel didn't say one word.
Nope, she was ping ponging. Yeah.
Or in, in offense of the whole situation. She didn't say nothing. I'm not having any type of conversation on it. And I thought that was interesting because I'm going to say this. Mel knows some things about Destiny and Moses. She does. Destiny and Melody did have some sort of connection where even Melody's mother said Destiny was at Mel's house every day. So she probably has shared some conversation. She just did not talk about it. She held it close to her chest and she let everybody else do the talking. Everybody else was doing the talking.
I agree. But
then in confessional, she said, now this is what I want to say because everybody had their part, right? I think who was it? The Fletchers said something like, listen, Sonny told me that Destiny is basically delusional. They were never in a friendship. That she was just doing her job and she's not sure why Destiny took it that way. Tisha came in and said, that's bull. Destiny and Sonny were friends even after she left being a producer on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Every time Destiny would fly into St. Louis, she would meet up with Sonny. That was a story that Tisha was telling. And I think Kimmy said, I'm going to, kind of lightweight stay neutral because Sonny was really there for me. She, cried with me when I was going through my cancer journey on the show. And she said, however, if she did blame anybody, she would put the brunt of it on Moses because Moses was the only person who owed Destiny anything.
And he was still dating her at the time that he was hooking up with Sonny. And
she said that she believes they were still dating when they were hooking up for Sonny. So everybody's talking. Mel is just watching them pong. Even Stormy chimed in and was like, I blame Moses too. I think it's Moses too. So everybody was talking. Mel just kept it cool. She didn't say anything. In confessional, she said, well, I really think it's not cool for all of them to be talking about them when they're not in the room to defend themselves. I think she may have said Sonny and Moses. And I especially find, I'm especially surprised at who did she say? Kimmy. That's right. Kimmy. What's up, Captain Venus? Appreciate it. Being a member for 4 months, child. Thank you. But yeah, she said, I especially have a problem with her for chiming in the way she did, especially if she's saying that Sonny was there for her. And I was like, that's wild. This is interesting because I don't think Mel would do this otherwise. And again, Melody just met up with Tisha and Kimmy earlier in the season, and she made it seem like they were all cool. In this particular filming, she's like, listen, y'all all shocking the hell out of me. I don't like any of you at this point.
Yes. I could see it.
I thought that.
But can I say why I think it is?
Yes.
Okay. So she was in a long-term marriage, right? And I know that her situation is way different than the Sonny Moses, whatever situation. She was in a long-term marriage, and maybe she was sitting there thinking, Is this the shit that was going on behind my back when I was going through it with what's his face?
Oh, what was going on at that table in front of her was way
Hmm.
less than what was going on behind her back, and she knows that.
And she
She
knows it.
told her that to her face. I think it was Wanda who came on stage and said, "Listen, we used to talk about you like a dog." She said, "Carrie
Hmm.
Snake, she used to talk about you like a dog when she was talking to my daughter." That's how I know if she's having any type of friendship or alliance
Hmm.
with you right now, it is she's talking about my daughter like a dog because I know how she used to talk about you. So
Right.
Melody is completely aware of it. And that could be why she was kind of looking at them like, huh, it might have been giving her a flashback.
Yes, that was my feeling. Is she was just more inclined to listen than to say anything because she was like, "Oh, what's going on here?" I think it was just a weird vibe for her to hear it.
Okay.
I'm just putting myself in her shoes. If I was in that situation, I don't know that I would be super quick to jump in and start talking about it. I would also probably sit back and listen.
Okay. Based on what she said to Sunny, I feel it was the opposite, but I'm gonna tell you it about that when we get to Sunny's part.
Okay.
But they all have their conversation about Destiny, and then Marsau was like, "It's interesting we're talking about, people jumping relationships and things like that, because I sat down with your ex and he has some interesting things to say about you."
Mhm. It was Mel that changed the subject. Mel was the one that changed the subject.
Okay, what did she say?
She she had um she had asked Stormy how her event went because Nell Fletcher was saying, "Oh, well, I had talked to Destiny at Stormy's event, and um she said that she was still in love with Moses or whatever lie Destiny told at that damn event at the end when she said she was still in love with Moses." And then Mel said, "Oh, speaking of, how was your event?" Mel switched the subject on everything. That's why I felt she was really just like, "What the hell is this?" And I'm not doing it.
Okay, so how did they get to the conversation about the husband? Because if I'm
Because Nell Fletcher was asking how Destiny was doing, and she had asked Trisha how Destiny was doing. She asked Trisha how Destiny was doing because Trisha said that she trained Destiny. She was asking, had anybody seen Destiny since Stormy's event?
okay, some kind of way Marceau actually says, "I talked to your microphone is really okay." So
Listen, I think there's a ghost in your house, child, because I ain't doing nothing over here. I'm gonna mute though, just in case.
some kind of way Marceau, and thank you, Captain Venus. If y'all could please hit the like button, please, and thank you. There is 600, over almost 700 of y'all in here. There's only 242 likes. Hit the like button. It's not going to charge you anything. It's not going to steal your identity or nothing. Just hit the like button for Pete's sake. But anyway, Marceau ends up saying to Trish and Ken, "I ended up talking to your man, and he has some interesting things to say about the two of y'all and how you met. Since we're talking about Destiny, Sunny, and Moses and their triangle, what's going on with the three of you?" And they immediately make faces like this, like they look, oh, like they did not expect to be in the hot seat, and they did not like it. Okay, not at all. Thank you for blessing the channel, Captain Venus. I appreciate you. They did not like it at all. And they started stumbling over their words immediately.
Because they're cheaters.
Marcel said, "So how did y'all meet?" We was how we was it in a gym in a
What had happened was, yeah.
right. I went to her DM. Where did you meet her, sir? Because already y'all are lying from when y'all first started telling this story. So he says, finally, it happened in the DMs. And Marceau said, interesting. He said something like that. He said, so when was it? What year? What year? So then they start volleying back the year. Oh, I don't know, 2016? No, 2019, maybe 2021. I don't know. Now they're bouncing this year back and forth.
Are
Marcel
you
is
asking about the physical? I was like, wow, ninja.
right. We never had
What kind of
anything
a question
physical.
is that?
It was
Nobody asked you about no physical. He said, what year?
right. He said it was purely platonic. And he's like, I didn't even ask y'all that. But he said, explain to me how this is platonic, because the way your ex-husband described it, you were calling him chocolate and all kinds of stuff, right? So he's like, basically, of all people in the room, because y'all know Marsau gets accused of cheating every minute of the hour.
Exactly.
Marsau
Exactly.
and cheating goes hand in hand. In
Hmm.
fact, on
You
his
were surprised he was defending it.
right, you'll be surprised that he's having a conversation about it. You would think that this is the one he's going to steer away from, but no, he was like, we're going to get to the details of this. When did this happen? What happened? And then they're trying to say it was purely platonic. We were only friends. Nothing ever happened. And then he said, this is what Ken said, which I never heard this story before. When Marquez circled back, okay, when he circled the block, I backed out of it. She told me she was married from the beginning. But when he circled the block, I stepped away. And Melody was like, well, that's what you were supposed to do. And Marsau said, wait a minute, not so fast. Because if you weren't doing anything to begin with, you wouldn't have to back away.
Mm.
You were either friends or you was always, going after her in a relationship capacity, sir. Somebody lying.
Somebody really lying. And I like Ken, but he was lying.
And I have to say, I agree with Marsau. It triggered Melody for some reason because she kept saying, Marsau can't have a platonic relationship. He is projecting on y'all because that's not what he can do. But clearly, I believe y'all. Yep, I believe y'all. So Melody is at the table calling Marsau a hoe, a hoe and a cheater right
Yes,
there at the dinner table.
absolutely.
Huh.
Trisha's eyes were closed. You got Stormy back there fidgeting, moving around. She's moving her tongue. She's moving her lips. Her hands are all over her face.
The whole time they were talking, Stormy was definitely uncomfortable. She's sitting right beside him. Her face was just like, oh my God, is this hoe gonna get hit by lightning right now? Or
Right. Do I need to
do
move
I need
back?
to move seats? These seats are already tight. Do I need to move? Okay, so she was hurt. She was pissed. Then this was my favorite face right here, Nell Fletcher. When Nell kind of leaned in, like, I know you damn it lying. Like she knew that this lady was lying. She didn't. This was my favorite. I was like, y'all just going ahead and reel that conversation on in because nobody believes you. The only person who looked like they was just upset because she could probably feel all the energy in the room was Mel.
Hmm.
She knew that they weren't giving them the benefit of the doubt. And perhaps it did bring up some old feelings. You know what I'm saying?
It's got to be uncomfortable. I mean,
Or
you know,
things
she,
that Martell had accused her of. So she was like, I get it. I get it. I believe y'all. I swear I do. I swear I do. And the whole
mhm.
time I was sitting there throwing popcorn like, Melody, let that hoe stand on her own 2 feet. She good. You have never heard this story before. Everybody else have heard this story before. They know she's lying. Okay.
She's definitely lying. She can't even keep her eyes open.
Exactly. So while all that is happening, Mel is trying to take up for Trish. Okay. And she
Well,
had no idea that
that's because she doesn't know, right?
Trish has gonna turn them tables, child.
She's
And
that she's the main part of the story.
we'll get to see what happens with that on the next episode, hopefully. But right now, Mel is all in. She didn't call Marsau all kinds of names. In confessional, Keisha and Marsau, they are looking at I guess the reclip or whatever. And Marsau says, Melody sure was going to bat for Trish and Ken in this crazy story of theirs. And then Tisha said, yeah, I kind of wonder if what Martell was saying is true
Hmm.
about Melody and her male friends. And I was like, okay, so these guys are throwing light shade at each other. They've been doing it since they walked in the door. They keep throwing shade at each other. But Mel said, listen, if everybody's done eating, this was all delicious. As everybody's done eating, let's go on outside. I got a surprise for everybody. And that's when she lets everyone know that she is taking them on a girls trip. So she makes the girls trip announcement. We are all on our way to, was it St. Thomas?
Hmm.
We're all on our way to St. Thomas. I hope y'all got y'all bathing suits ready. Now, everybody was excited. Tisha, Mel, Nell Fletcher was extremely excited.
Mm-hmm.
I got the impression, Mel says to Trisha, since you're part of the girls, the group, you might as well, I'm inviting you too. The way she said it was like this is a personal invite. Since you are a part of us, you're a part of the group now, you might as well come with us. You're invited on a trip. Do you have your bathing suit or whatever? And Ken is in the background talking about, yeah, I'll make sure she got hers. I'll make sure she has it. Marsau is back there cracking jokes, talking about y'all called me a bitch last time, so can I go to the party? Can I go?
Right.
Right. Marsau's back there making jokes. Everybody's doing their thing. I really found it interesting because I was like, there was plenty of opportunity for Trish to say, girl, is it okay if I send you a text later? Can I get your phone number?
I would have just pulled her aside. Trish really should have pulled her aside and said something right then and there.
Even if she didn't want to say it there, because we all know she's quiet and she doesn't like to talk, she could have definitely said, can I get your phone number
Mm-hmm.
so that you and I can talk later? Or can I maybe send you a message on IG? Girl, accept my friendship request real quick. Something that says, everybody in this group knows a secret except for you.
Except for
And it
you.
has to do with you. And I
Especially
know
for what
how
Nell says in her next scene when she talks to Sonny.
my boyfriend, husband, boo thing, whatever you want to call him, live-in fiance, I know what he said to me. So if he's saying these things, I don't want to catch you off guard.
Right.
I don't want to catch you off guard. Someone said, Venus said, I just want to let you know I smashed your husband while y'all was married. I mean, somebody needed to say something, and that was her opportunity. And that's all I'm going to say. She
The
had an
someone that needed to
opportunity,
say something was Trish. Trish needed to say something.
and she did not.
And she
So
clearly doesn't. Yeah.
in that moment, I was like, Trish is just giving sneaky vibes all the way around. And she can't say that she doesn't know how this shit works, because when she was sitting
She
with her
will.
man, he said to her, don't make me look like a fool again, not telling me stuff that I should know. Even if it happened in the past, I don't want to be in circles with people that know things about me
Mm-hmm.
that you should have told me. Okay.
Yeah. She tries to pull the naive card every time. And in my opinion, she's run out of chances. I'm really sick and tired of hearing that, oh, she's scared and she's shy and she's this and she's that. She ain't shit. Just
So
get that girl all the way out there and just let her be and stop acting like she's Mother Teresa over there.
So at this point, Trish has blown, I think she blew it with everybody. She almost blew it with everybody. I don't see how this works in her favor from this point forward. She's going to have to make amends with a whole bunch of people. There's just too much going on with her. Martell isn't even invited. What if Martell was sitting at that table? How are you going to handle that, ma'am? And you got this woman going to bat for you, talking about, I can believe that y'all were platonic. Absolutely not. You get up and you say, listen, I got something to tell you. And I want you to know nothing ever happened. Whatever you're going to say, but you needed to tell her, and she didn't. And I don't think that was good. But anyway, let's move on to the next. The other thing that happens in this scene is that Tisha says to Melody, are you okay with me inviting a +1? And without even thinking about it, Melody says, sure, which we all know that, the show is paying for the
Mm-hmm.
trip, because if she wasn't paying for the trip, child, she would have definitely said, who you plan on inviting? And hell no. Okay. So
Exactly.
that is what it is. Somebody's
But
mama is in the chat. And she said, Trish is clearly a hoe, and a hoe.
mm,
Okay. So she got that Christmas spirit in her, is what you're
that's
saying.
right. I think the funniest part for me is that Destiny was actually invited. And had she been invited, had she been invited to this, I mean, had she actually shown to the dinner, Mel would not have invited her to the girls' trip.
No, I mean, I think that the girls' trip was just one of those things. Sometimes they do the cast trip and everybody's going to get invited, but I was
Oh,
just saying as a group thing,
mm-hmm.
Mel act like she didn't give a care because she really didn't. The,
Right.
the people buying the tickets and the hotel, everybody had to show. That was the thing. So,
Yeah,
um,
because Melody and Destiny haven't hooked up this entire season, right?
not yet,
Not
not
yet. Okay.
not yet, but they will. So anyway, that's where it goes from there. In the next scene, we get Melody and
No, Destiny, Kimmy, and Tisha.
okay, well, I'm gonna go here first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go here first. So Melody and Sunny, and I'm gonna leave the Tisha one for last because it wasn't a whole lot going on in that scene
Okay.
for me. But Sunny and Melody meet up after this dinner happened. That these two meet up because Melody wants to hip Sunny to what's going on. She basically said, "Listen, I will want somebody to do it for me, so I'm gonna do it for you." And she meets her at a clothing store. Now, if y'all know Melody, if you are a fan of this show, y'all know that Melody likes to give you a loud hint. She likes to
Mm-hmm.
give you a loud hint, okay? So she brings her to the clothing store, and the first thing she says is, "Girl, these girls are not your friend. And I'm going to tell you
Mm-hmm.
right now, go on ahead and get your wardrobe together." Go on ahead. Go on
I don't want them talking about you.
Going ahead and get that wardrobe together because I don't want them talking about you.
I
So
don't want them talking
right there,
about you.
Melody is letting her know you cannot come to this trip half stepping
Looking right, like you look today.
like
Now
you've been
listen,
doing, child. And I don't care what y'all say. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Melody,
listen. I'm going to
Melody.
tell you right now.
Mhm.
When Melody walked in, and Melody was in that white captain suit, and I
And
said,
she was
okay,
showing her suit. She was
and
showing her ass off.
she was showing, but she was in that white, like that button down blazer and the white pants with them
Yeah.
stiletto heels. And Sunny came in, and I was like, you know what? Sunny reminds me of, and I'm not putting Sunny down in her looks at all, but because that scarf was banging, in my opinion. But she walks in, she just looks so awkward,
Well,
like her
Sunny is a free spirit. I get the impression that she's kind of like a free spirit, and
a tomboy.
she's a free spirit in how she dresses. And
Okay,
that's not the culture of the show. These girls
no,
dress to the nines. Even Tisha got herself a stylist, okay? Because she was
yeah,
tired of people talking about her. We're gonna get that wig, our makeup artist, we got hair, makeup, and we got a clothing stylist. So they have actual stylists that show up on deck for them. Melody brought her to a clothing store, not the coffee shop.
mm-mm. She should have took her to the coffee shop. That was I felt so, I was embarrassed for her.
Not me. I think that she did. She basically
You
said to
ridiculous.
her, "No, I'm serious." She basically said to her, "I'm gonna tell you what I would want a friend to tell to me." She said it right up front. "Get your shit together. Make sure your outfits are on point
Uh-uh.
because you are already working at a deficit. These ladies don't like you. Okay? They're saying some and Sunny was taken aback. "Are you serious? I just had dinner with Kimmy," and she was like, "Yeah, I'm serious." It's Moniece. She's like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, I'm serious. They don't like you." So at the
I'm not doing anything. That's on your end.
okay. She said, at the end of the day, make sure that you look a certain way. Now, I think that might have offended Sunny. Okay, try to mic up anyway, because I don't hear it when you
Child. All right, let me mute.
okay. Um, at the end of the day, the only thing I heard her is say, "Listen, you got to get your outfits together." And I think that Sunny was a little taken off guard with the comment, but I also feel that she was right to say it. And sometimes you need people to say things to you very directly. "Listen, do this way, do that." And I've heard her do that in the past with others. Okay. So it's not her first time doing it. I don't think she was necessarily trying to be mean. I think she was just saying, "You're a part of the group now, so let's get it there. Let's get it all the way together." Period. She just basically told her, this is what's going on. These are the conversations that were being had. These ladies are triggered by you because they're putting your face to maybe some of those faceless people that they think their men are with. And without calling Sunny a side chick, she's basically saying, listen, you guys were in a triangle. We don't know what it was called. There's no innocent parties involved here. However, you are working from a deficit. So go on ahead and build yourself up. You don't have to give them things. You don't have to give them other things to talk about. Let's just put it that way. So that was cool.
Mm.
What were your thoughts?
My thoughts were that Sunny felt 100% out of place from the moment that she walked in. I feel like that girl just needs to be in a baseball cap and some sweats. That's where she's comfortable. I feel like her connection with Melody, right off the bat, I could tell that those two, she is not comfortable with Melody. Melody is comfortable with her. For whatever reason, I felt like Sunny was comfortable in every other scene, but when she walked into the space with Melody, I felt like her comfort went out the window. I don't know if there's an intimidation factor there, but something was off with that connection, in my opinion. Even when she was talking to her, she just seemed like she was just stuttering almost.
I think what was going on for me, because I saw that too. I think what
Mm-hmm.
was going on is that Melody was giving her the straight facts about what was going on. Like I said, they're not friends. She's not sugarcoating it necessarily. I don't know if she was sugarcoated with her friends, but Mel has always described herself as someone who just says what they need to say.
Right.
And sometimes it's not going to feel cute, but I'm going to tell you that you can't show up to this space. You can come to this girls trip, but don't come to this space like this. And I also need you to arm yourself. Get yourself a handful of snappy comebacks for when these ladies have something to say to you, because they're going to say it. They're not going to bite their tongue. And if you are the type of person that's going to boo-hoo, cower, and cry, you're going to be toast before you even start. And I think that's okay. This is
Mm-hmm.
what you want to happen. But Sunny is also a producer, or she was a producer on this show. So she knows what this is. She should anyway. But Melody's basically saying, don't look for people to be soft with you when that's not how they feel. They're going to use you for their storyline like everybody else. So I don't necessarily think it was bad. I actually appreciated the scene. I
Mm-hmm.
actually appreciated the fact that Mel was saying, listen, it's you and me, girl. At the end of the day, I'm inviting some people, but you can expect these ladies to be there, you know, and this is how they feel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what I thought. And I didn't think that Sunny knew how to take it, because at some point she was stuttering. And then at another point she was like, well, if any of these ladies have the right to be triggered, I would think it was you, because, because of your situation. And I was like, see, I felt like you was trying to get a little smack back at her right there,
Mm-hmm.
but that wasn't necessary.
She was trying to, but she couldn't even get the words out. She never even completed the sentence.
Well, she stuttered on it a little bit because she didn't want to come off ugly, but she didn't know how to take Mill. And that's how I know that they're not friends.
Right. They're definitely not friends. Yeah.
She didn't know how to take it. And then Mill said, funny you should say that, because the one person that you better keep your eye on the most, that's what I was getting from her, is Kimmy, because she was willing to call everybody else a side chick and things like that. But she could, to this day, she can't say, call my husband or ex-husband, excuse me, my ex-husband and his, baby mama. She couldn't call them red when their ass was hot. Like, there's nothing about Kimmy that you should trust just off face value. And that says a lot, because Sunny was the one who sat beside Kimmy and cried. So the fact that Melody brought that to her and said, listen, she said she was, that the two of y'all cried together, but she's the one you want to watch the most. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
got. She's the one you want to watch the most. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, who's next?
There was the only other scene that we missed was the Kimmy, Tisha, and Destiny scene.
All right. So last scene was these three. They meet up at Kimmy's house. And I guess they're there to do a little girl talk. And when they start talking, this is when Destiny drops the dime that Martell and Trisha were in each other's DMs. So she's telling the ladies the business. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we all know that these ladies aren't going to tell that to Mel, right? They're not going to give Mel a call and say, girl, heads up. And everything that has been on this show up to this point has been people saying heads up to me.
Yes.
Heads up, child.
That's how you can tell they're making alliances. They're all doing the heads up thing,
Right.
but they're waiting for Trish to say her piece to Mel. And
Right.
honestly, Trish should be the one to say it because she's invited on the trip. You going to take your ass all the way over to St. Thomas and not say anything until you get there?
Well,
Girl,
I'm just
I would leave your ass behind.
Everybody has given a heads up. Heads up, Martell's going to be there. Heads up, this is going to happen. Heads up, I did invite Destiny. You should come anyway, Mel. Remember that? To the dinner party? You should come anyway, Mel. I am going to invite Destiny, but you should come anyway. I really want you there. You're my guest. Destiny sits at this table. She's no friend of Mel's, but she tells the other two, child, Martell was hoeing in the worst kind of way. He knows R because Trisha is also Tisha's workout partner, or she was. He knows our what do you call it? Our trainer. He was in her DMs. Trish, actually not Trish, Kimmy and Tisha are both like falling out. Like, girl, what? What do you mean? Did it go anywhere? What happened? And Destiny refuses to say another word. She gives a face like, y'all know what the hell happened. Okay. Now, even though Trisha said she didn't do anything, Destiny don't even believe her. Even in this scene, she's like, y'all know what happened. She didn't say, no, it didn't go anywhere. She's looking at them like, girl, I'm not going to say the words on camera, but you better put that 2 + 2 together and get 4. Then they go from there to Tisha saying what? What did they talk about? The party?
They talked about the party, but then Tisha invites her to.
Yeah, they talk about the party.
And then she invites her as the plus one.
They rehash all the stuff about Sonny and Moses, everything that was said at the table. And it's Kimmy who wants Destiny to know that they're going to always choose her over Sonny and Moses. And she said, even Moses told us when we went to dinner together that Martell told him he would always be Team Destiny. So she's really building Destiny up and saying, listen, I don't want you to ever feel insecure about the Sonny and Moses thing because they're not our friends. You're our friend. They're saying that to her at the table, and then they break the news. We're going on this girls' trip. Mel invited all of us. I asked her if I could bring a +1, so I'm bringing you. I know Destiny knows about this already, so it's just a part of the scene they play up. She gives her stuff to Destiny. Destiny makes this oddball face like, you know, I'm not going to anything that Mel doesn't invite you to directly, because that's her little, she kicked you out the party. Why won't she kick me off the island? And at the end of the day, that's just for TV, but Destiny knows she's going. And that's really pretty much how it ends. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next week. But I really enjoyed it. I like the dinner conversations. I think that was supposed to be a big part of Love and Marriage Huntsville scenes, that they were always supposed to have these dinner conversations where they talk about relationships and each other. And I think that this is where they work best. So,
yep, same.
That's it. So y'all, I appreciate y'all for coming over and hanging out with me today. I hope y'all really enjoyed the review. I tried to give y'all a good one. We're going to go live again in a little bit, as soon as I rest my voice a little bit, to do another review. So hopefully y'all come back for that one, because the family empire was off the chain.
Oh my goodness.
You have a mama or a daddy. If you have a mama, a daddy, a sister, a brother, a kid, an auntie, an uncle, you should be watching this show, because something happened on episode 5, the one we're going to do today, that was so absolutely fantastic.
It was profound, and it will resonate with a lot of people.
It will resonate with a lot of y'all. Even if you didn't watch the show, I'm going to give y'all the full details so you can know you can watch it, okay? Just listen to us, whatever you choose to do. But anyway, I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with us. We do appreciate it. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way out. Okay, share the video also. What else? Anything else? Anything else? You guys are the best. Thank you to all of the moderators and to everybody who blessed the channel. You guys are amazing. All right. See you on the next one.
Bye.